Earth Enclave is different from other row houses. The residents and their children have more in common than just this space. They were brought together by their school.
The design of this community basically was evolved around a school that we designed some years back called the Center for Learning, and some of the teachers and parents got together and decided to kind of make this live differently and kind of look at life living away from the city. And we as architects and builders, we kind of got together and identified the land and designed a layout which kind of gave a lot of materialized a lot of our ideas. We kind of made sure that there is a lot of park and open space, plenty of space for elders to be around, a lot of biodiversity which we all enjoy, the birds, the plants, which are basically a lot of native species. So this was kind of a dream which we did together.
Unlike most other row houses, all 25 in this enclave are placed on similar sized wedge-shaped plots that overlook the same central green space. Each house has been given equal treatment, and this in certain ways is the philosophy behind the enclave.
The Godad enclave was designed with a central oval park where all the houses would look into the park. The advantage of this being that you don't have any house in front of you. All the houses share this large park, which kind of becomes the theme. And in the evening, this becomes a kind of activity area where children are playing, elders are sitting around. This basically community was designed for 25 families, and right now there are about 9 families living here. And eventually, maybe in some years' time, all the families will build their houses and come together.
The IP's own residence is quite the blueprint for the other houses in the neighborhood. Built entirely with natural materials, the IP's residence has a ground floor living area and the bedrooms upstairs.
When we started the design of our house, the overriding concept behind the house was to create one space which would be the heart and the soul of the house, where all the activities could take place. Reading the newspaper, where the children could do homework, cooking, eating together. All the activities could culminate in this space. And the design of the living, dining and the kitchen in our house has kind of achieved that, wherein the spillover becomes the veranda, which is a semi-outdoor space, which is very conducive to our lifestyle and also to the climate in Bangalore. And from there, the design of the individual spaces has been consciously kept very basic and functional, where there would be just the basic furniture and space for the individual to express themselves. The only indulgence in that has been our bathroom, which has a bath terrace which is shaded by the canopy of a lovely rain tree, where when you're having a bath, it's very, very nice and airy feeling to it.
Now, it is not just the design of the house that has been thought through. Even the materials used in building the house have been carefully chosen.
The main material for building our house is basically burnt brick, which we use structurally as load-bearing walls. We were kind of designing larger spaces, so we wanted a strong material, and we didn't want to use concrete, and we also didn't want to plaster it, so we kind of worked around the color and texture of brick. Wherever we needed white walls, we kind of just applied plain lime wash on it. When we started doing the roof, we kind of got around to find sustainable sources of timber, and we ended up buying a lot of recycled wood for doing our roof. We also were very conscious about what kind of finishes we used. We were very conscious about not using toxic material. We kind of used a lot of oils, basically linseed oil and cashew oil for our wood treatment.
Although primarily the house has a simple look, if you look carefully, you discover some very charming designs in certain corners. Take for example their windows and the sloping roofs.
We've consciously tried to incorporate the use of a lot of craft in our home, whether it being the use of bastar grills on our windows or the use of terracotta tiles on our walls, to the very well crafted roof made by traditional carpenters. We've tried to incorporate it where it should not border on the ornamental, but on the functional and on the utilitarian. And I feel that this is how we should use craft today in our contemporary lives, rather than letting it die out or being just an ornamentation in our homes.
The living area opens into a private backyard which has a little garden and a barbecue space. Sitting here, there isn't a hint of an entire community outside.
I'm sitting here in this little corner of my house, which is a favorite corner, where there's always a gentle breeze blowing and there's a lovely quality of light throughout the day. You can hear some birds chirping and one can always retire here and relax. On a larger note, being a part of the community, the greatest thing of that is being really relaxed about where you are and who you are.
Well, the design of a place reflects the value system of its residents. The enclave itself was designed on two main principles: to blend in carefully with the environment and to allow private space within a community setup to teach their children the joys of community living, a phenomenon fast disappearing in these times of increasing isolation.